A brand new Minecraft update just came out, and it's actually insane.
SuperMax123.
So I'm in a normal world. Here's the seed if you wanna try this world. So I'm in just a normal world, and I see, what is that? The Sulfur Cube has been added. If you watch Minecraft Live, you would know what this is. So let's head down into this Sulfur Cave and let's go check it out. And inside these Sulfur Caves, you can hear a strange sound. And if you head down, you will find the brand new Sulfur Cube. Now these Sulfur Cubes are very strange, but yeah, they're strange. There's not much that you can explain them with. So if you have a bucket on you and you stumble upon one of these caves, you should head over to the cave and pick up a Sulfur Cube and put it in your bucket. Because there are a lot of things you can do with this Sulfur Cube. Starting off, if you take this Sulfur Cube and just place it, he's a bouncy friend. You can have a pet Sulfur Cube. You can't leash him. I'm just now learning this. You can't leash him. So he's kind of clumsy, but not too bad to control. And the coolest part about Sulfur Cubes is that you can put blocks into them and they will behave differently. So let's go over some of the blocks that you can put into a Sulfur Cube. But before we check out blocks that you can put into here, in addition to the Sulfur Caves, we also have Sulfur Pools. Let's head over to one. So here's a Sulfur Pool right here. And there's one over there too. They're pretty common. And you can also get some sulfur from them. And there's another Sulfur Cave. So these can probably help you locate Sulfur Caves. This one is bigger than the previous one. Let's check it out. Yeah. Alright, so let's head back up. Alright, now that we're back up to the surface, let's try out this Sulfur Pool. You can sit into it and you will get the nausea effect because, well, that's a good question. I don't know why. But if you go below the steaming blocks, you will find magma blocks, which is what activates this. So you could build this yourself. You just need a special type of sulfur called potent sulfur. Just place. So dig a hole, place a magma block, potent sulfur, and then a water bucket. And now you have your own sulfur pool. You could technically make this as big as you want. You could generate if you're on Java Edition, you could generate a world that's a sulfur pool by making the bottom layer magma, middle layer potent sulfur, and then top water. So if any of you own Java, you gotta try it. I don't own Java, unfortunately, but you guys gotta try it and let me know how it is. It's gonna be nauseous. Now, back to the Sulfur Cube. You can put blocks in it, like I mentioned earlier. Here are some of the special abilities that you can get from putting blocks inside of them. Also, it seems like they act like slimes. Whenever you defeat a slime, it multiplies itself. And whenever you defeat a Sulfur Cube, it also multiplies itself. So, they're very similar to slimes. See? Multiplied itself. And these multiples are smaller. Very similar to the slime. So, let's go over some of the blocks. Now, to get the regular, not this regular abilities, that will be football physics. There are multiple different blocks, just to name a few. All stone, quartz, sandstone, tuff, sulfur, cinnabar, basalt, diorite, granite, andesite, calcite, dripstone, mud, terracotta, concrete, purpur, just to name a few. The list goes on, so if you need a guide, I'd recommend checking out some sort of website or the wiki. So let's just try one of those. Let's do cinnabar. Also, these new blocks are added. There's chiseled sulfur. Cool. And then it has like a Sulfur Cube face. So that's cool. So that's cool. There are more here that you can check out yourself. There's also a spawn egg for him if you prefer spawn eggs than buckets. All right, so let's put some cinnabar in this guy. And this is football physics. There you go. There you go. Now, for a bouncy rubber ball, you need any wood block like planks, logs, stripped wood, resin bricks, chiseled resin, and bamboo block variants. So I'm just going to do a stripped spruce log and try this out. Let's see how it goes. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa! Also, what? The trees are very weird. But I discovered a way to make this so much fun. So if you get a spear and enchant it with knockback 2, let me grab my spear. And if you get a sulfur cube with a log in it and then full charge, it goes so far. It despawned. Look how far it's going. Where did it go? Whoa. Where'd it go? They're very easy to lose this way, but it's so much fun. Okay. Boom, boom. 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 Holy moly, where did he go? So you can have a lot of fun with this. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boing. Oh, that is so much fun. That is so much fun. Another thing that you can do is get up on a high cliff and then you boom, boom, boom. I love just flinging these things. It's so much fun. And if you make a giant line of any block and place them every other space, you can do a very cool thing where we're going to launch them. We're going to launch them. This is going to be so much fun. Watch this. Meow. That is so much fun. And they won't take fall damage with a log in them, so they will only bounce. If you're on Java Edition, every single hit will multiply how far it goes, so you can have a lot of fun in Java Edition, but it's still easy to have fun in Bedrock Edition. I'm probably gonna just play around with the Sulfur Cube and log for hours. It's too fun. So next up we have medicine ball physics. So that would be iron, gold, raw copper, raw gold, raw iron, gold ore, nether gold ore, iron copper, copper ore, netherite, ancient debris, copper bulb, cut copper, chiseled copper block, and chiseled copper blocks. So let's try one of those. I'm going to go with gold. I'm going to go with raw gold. Boom, boom. And, whoa, that is slow. You have to hitting it barely does anything. You have to push it to actually get distance using that. Okay. Next up is golf ball physics. There's either coral, dead coral, sponge, wet sponge, dry kelp, moss, pale moss, resin block variants, pumpkin melon, hay bale, carved pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern, frog's light, slime, honey, and skulk blocks. I'm going to do slime for this one. So this should be like a golf ball. Whoa, it's not as fun as the log one, because the log one went all the way over here from up there. But Slime is close to the physics there. Oh, this one landed down here. How's that even? It would have had to fall on from down there, land perfectly through these trees, and just happen to land right there. How is that even possible? I just love watching it bounce around. There's so many experiments you could do with these. Possibilities are endless. Next up, we have beach ball, which would be any wool block. So I'm gonna head in here and get a wool block. Spawn him. So beach ball. It like slowly floats down. Even I float down faster than him. So that's weird. So next up we got hockey puck, which would be any ice or snow related blocks. So I'm going to go with blue ice. Yeah. So slippery. Yeah. That's slippery. Even if I barely bump into it, watch this. Barely, and it moves 3 blocks. And for barely tapping it, that is far. Now for sliding slowly, yeah, there's no sport ball for this one. For sliding slowly, we have brown mushroom, red mushroom, mushroom stem, mycelium, netherwort, warped wart, and shroomlight blocks. So let's head down here, get a shroomlight. And this should slide very slow. Yeah, it's sliding very slow. But it's still sliding. It's kind of like ice, but worse. And there's more to this update than just sulfur cubes, okay? To activate sulfur cubes, to activate this new update, when you're creating a world, you go into experiments and select drop 2 of 2026. If the sulfur cubes are already out at the time of you watching this video, well then go experiment and have fun. Now for high resistance, we have soul sand and soul soil blocks. So soul soil, boom, boom. It's very slow. It is very slow. And now for sticky, we have, this is the only option for sticky, is a honeycomb block. Okay. Sulfur cube, honeycomb, and this one is very sticky. So it's gonna stick to block. So push it, will it stick onto the wall? I want to see. Oh no! Well, time to start again. I mean, if I spawn it here and break that. Okay, it seems like it only sticks to the ground. And it's hard to move. Oh, that sticks fast. It doesn't even bounce. Now that's about it for the sulfur cube. Oh, I just had an idea. Soul sand. And then if you shoot it, oh, it's not moving at all. So, mace. Windburst mace. So you could just float forever like this and never touch the ground. If you, for some reason, did not need to touch the ground, then you could do this. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no. What the heck? Give me like maybe 20 minutes to set this up. It's gonna be so satisfying. Alright, so what I have is a giant line of wooden sulfur cubes that are going to go flying. And it doesn't lag my game at all, which is surprising for how many sulfur cubes are here. It goes all the way up to build limit. So, yeah. Let's go. Let me get my spear. And let's go. Alright, here we go. Oh! Oh, I missed a few. Well, let's go check out the ones that... Whoa! It's a giant line! Whoa! How far are they gonna go? Whoa! They just jumped off a mountain. And they've gone across 2 biomes. 3 possibly. Holy moly. Well, these things are gonna keep going that way forever likely. So let's head back. Well, I'm just gonna real quickly hit the rest and hit it that direction. I'm just gonna real quickly hit the rest and make them go the other direction. Whoa. So if you have a sulfur cube that has a block in it and you throw invisibility on it, the block does not turn invisible, and then it's a movable block. So you can have a pet, I don't know, pet grass, pet whatever you want in this way. But you'd have to keep splashing it a lot. So we just have a bunch of random blocks around here. Now you might think that this is completely useless, but it's not. So watch this. You get a sulfur cube, and if you want a slab of a specific block, you can grab the block of the slab that you want. Boom, boom. So we have glowstone. If you want a glowstone slab, you can make that. I'm going to real quickly move it. So let's get this set up. We get a slab like this. Cover it up like this. Boom, boom. Push it. Invisibility. And now we have a glowstone slab, which is what it looks like. It's just an illusion though. So if you want a slab of a specific block, this is what you got. If you have permanent invisibility. If you can get permanent invisibility, then you got any slab of any block. It's just not solid. Unless you have barrier blocks. Oh wait, that won't work. Oh wait, that won't work. that you might think that that's all with the sulfur cubes. It is, but it's not all with this update. Let me view mobs. So there is a new mode that is easier, that makes it easier to play with specific friends and not all your friends, called parties. Now, even though I can't show you this feature on my current device because for some reason I can't get parties to work here, I can show you it on my alt account, which does have it working. So I'll put the video on screen now. So you will load it into your game, and then you will go to your social menu, and then if you go to this new tab, you can create a party. And then once you create your party, you can see up at the top, it's currently in beta. You can add players, and you can type a party message. So you could talk to people in the party quickly without having to go into a world to talk. So that's useful. Now before I end the video, I'm going to fling a bunch more sulfur cubes using a log. Okay, so we're gonna need this spear, so it's extra fun. The spear is what allows you to do this. Yeah, they're clipping into each other. I can make a mechanism that drops all these sulfur cubes whenever you launch a new one. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. But to do that, I'm gonna need a little bit of help. My second account's joining. This is gonna be like one of those weird Tomodachi life dreams. It's just so random. Here's an example. Next. 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 My ult helped on this one. You know what we gotta do? Oh, I know what we should do. We just go very high up. And then... What? Watch this. I'm hitting it this way, and it goes the wrong way. Whoa! I now sentence you to forever and flying. Well, he's gone. Wait a second. 4x4 area. Leash. Yes. Leash. No, wait, I have to leash him to the boat. And now... Oh. I thought I was gonna fly. Well, now you're here. Whoa. Technically, if you could ride the sulfur cube, wouldn't you be able to fly? There are so many sulfur cubes here. I'm gonna send my sulfur cube to go to Target for me. He didn't buy anything. How to become the king. Fling the king. Then become the king. If the king has guards, do this. Now you are officially the king. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're on glue, just watch videos. Bye!